What's up? It's your boy LenDale White, and welcome to my new show, Hate It or Love It, sponsored by SteadyPicks, where I'll be giving you the top NFL games and some of the top college games throughout the week. And today we got a special guest, my big brother, one of my favorite football players ever, a legend. I used to grow up playing with this guy on Madden a lot. Welcome to the show, my big brother, Keith Bullock. What's going
You
on, man?
know what it do, show. Congratulations on your new show. It's great to be on here. You know what I'm saying? Well, what we got? What we got?
Oh yeah, well shit. First off, big bro, it's this week one, and football is real huge where we come from. So I just want to talk about a little bit, like how was week one for you, and how did you, prepare for week one starting up for football?
Well, shoot, starting from the young age, you know what I'm saying? It's just excitement, when you go all the way back to the beginning. You got your Pop Warner, then you got your high school. It's just excitement, you know
Yes,
what I
sir.
mean? And then when you get more towards your senior year in high school, you that guy.
Yes,
You want
sir.
to go out there and show them you that guy. You probably already got your scholarship. So you want to go out there and put it down for your team first of all, but leave an impact for your senior year in high school, for your area that is gonna last forever. That you're that guy, and then obviously you go on to college, and it
Yes,
just
sir.
gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then that NFL moment, man. It's nothing like It's almost like if anybody's seen the program and Darnell
Yeah.
Jefferson run out the first time, and he looking
Right.
around.
Hell
In the
yeah.
NFL, that's what it was like for me. But like all the stages, it gets bigger and bigger, especially college is coming up this weekend. I remember my first game at Syracuse. We played North Carolina at 7 o'clock, a night
Yeah,
game, and they
under the
was ranked,
lights.
we was ranked, and
Yeah.
USC,
No.
you got it all. But
No,
it
but
starts somewhere, but that same excitement, man.
yeah, that's dope, OG. Like you said, there's nothing like the Saturday night lights or the Sunday when you get to that next level. But bro, this is gonna be a very exciting year. And I mean, let's start the party off right. We got some very interesting games coming up this week. First and foremost, we got the Thursday night game. We got the Bills versus the Rams. Obviously, we got the Super Bowl, the defending Super Bowl champs coming in. They got a lot of star power on that team. They got the Bills minus 2.5. Who would you take right now?
Man, Bills -2. I'm not really concerned with that. I think the Bills are gonna come in and handle their business. I think the Rams are full. They had a great season last year. I think come January they'll be in contention. But them boys is full, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Meaning that they might be still have some of that little bit of Super Bowl hangover. And the Bills, they kind of shit on the money last year, so I think they're more anxious to kind of get back in there. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, those
Yeah.
guys. They got Von Miller to kind of, he might not have the same first step, but he's still a force. And if
Oh
not
yeah.
on the field, most definitely within that locker room to help that young defense get going. So I'm gonna take the Bills on this
Oh, that's dope. That, I like where you're going with that. Okay, so the over under is 51 and a half.
one. Oof.
Do you think that that's going to be how you feel about that? They're going to run the score up because the Rams, they got, like I said, they got star power, and Josh Allen, they known for putting up a lot of points quick. So for me and you talking about football, 20 or 51 points is a lot of points in the game. That means somebody's scoring more than 20 on each side, and usually that means the defense ain't doing nothing. So
Yeah.
51 and a half. What you think? Over or under?
I'll go over. I'll take that over just because the first week you got to think
Exactly.
about tackling isn't going to be on point. Most defenses aren't going to be as sharp. A lot of these guys, nowadays the preseason really is to hire, those backups or to get those
Yeah.
rookies those reps. It's not like when we played where we playing to 1 and 2 full quarters to make sure
Getting
we're
them.
ready to go. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I think that both these offenses are very familiar with their personnel and the game plan that they're going to run. I think these defenses are going to be a little stressed out. Like you say, I think Cam Akers is going to come back big this year, coming off the injury. He played well in the Super Bowl last year. I think a lot of people are itching to get back out there and showing what they could do.
Man, I'm with you. I know how when you sit around, as far as like Josh Allen, and when you sit around and knowing that you could have probably went to all the way to that big game and you was just that play
Yeah.
away, it stings a little bit. And like you said, the first week of football, there's really not too much good at tackling. So I'm with you with the over on that 51.5, man. And I honestly, I don't agree with you all the way, OG. I can't lie to you. I'm probably gonna go with the Rams. The only reason why I go with the Rams is because I don't think Aaron Donald is ever full. I think that he just got more money and now he's going to be even more dangerous on that defensive side. So if they don't block him or if they can't handle him up front, I feel like it's going to be a long day for them boys down there in Buffalo.
Yeah, nah, that's fair. Look, it's hard to go against Aaron Donald. He's a one-man gang and he brings everybody with him. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
Uh, I think that's who they game plan around. And don't forget, they got your man Jalen Ramsey, who's one of my favorite football
Yeah,
players, as
lockdown.
well as your man from Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner, they just got from Seattle. So the Rams, actually, that's my fantasy football defense.
Yeah.
But I just think that the Bills, they got that. What is that? What is they got? They want to get that bad taste out of their mouth from last year, and you know what I'm saying. The Rams been eating good, so.
I'm with you. All right, well, yeah, we can move on, man. The next game I'm kind of excited for just because I love one of these players on this team. We got the Rams versus the Jets, and they got the Ravens -7. Me, I'll start off with this one. I'm gonna take the Ravens. I think that Lamar is gonna be on a tear this year. I think he has something to prove. Obviously, he's a former MVP. These people have been playing with his money a lot. And I think that he's finally just gonna go out there and go on a tear. You know what I mean? So where he can get whatever kind of money he's been looking for, guaranteed wise, or to work out his contract. So I think that the Ravens will probably beat them up probably around 10 points. And because I don't really see the Jets. I don't think that they have enough yet. Zach Wilson, I could see him. I like the kid because I heard a little story about him early over the summer about somebody's auntie or mom or something like that, or the best friend. So,
Yeah,
I
party
got
boy,
yeah,
party boy.
I got nothing but love
Yeah, he's
for
slanging. He's
him.
slanging on and off the field.
On and off. I just don't think Buddy gonna be, playing against a team like the Ravens in the opening game. That's pretty rough, man. Ravens always stay locked in. So, what you take?
Is Lamar's going out there? Did he get his new deal yet, or he's just going out there regardless?
Yeah, I think he's still going out there regardless. I haven't read or
Hmm.
seen any reports where they
Yeah, me
said he's gonna
neither.
sit. So I'm taking it as he's just gonna go out there and play.
Yeah, he's tripping. But with Lamar in the game, I'm taking Lamar. Even if the Jets put in Joe Flacco, who might get the goal if Zach Wilson isn't back. Hey, Joe Flacco. Hey, look, man, not taking anything away from Joe Flacco. He's a Super Bowl winner, but obviously his best days are behind him. And even if he does get that, adrenaline rush to come out and fight hard, like you were saying, I don't know if the Jets have proven to have enough power on offense and or defense to stop Lamar Jackson. So, I'm going with the Ravens with that one. I like that plus -7.
For sure. And then they got the over under at 44.5.
I'll take the under on that one because I don't know how many points the Jets are going to muster, and Baltimore. They could put up points, but first game of the season, I think you got to look at it like almost like spring, like the first game of baseball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's just trying to get into their groove and whatnot.
No, I totally agree with you. I definitely agree with you. It's the Ravens. It's a tricky team, like you say, because when he's on, they could run up a lot of points potentially, but with the Jets, Flacco might be in the quarterback, might not, and then Zach, yeah, we don't know that. It's not like
Yeah,
you can't really say that they're going to be running up a lot of points out there. I'll be surprised, like you said, if this game does probably score more than 35. I'll probably look at like a 17-14 or something like that when it comes to this game.
something like that.
Okay, so now this next game is pretty dope too. Then, so the next game we got the Chiefs at the Cardinals, and they got the Chiefs at -4. Um, who do you got winning this one, OG?
I like the Chiefs, man. The Chiefs are a well-oiled machine. The Cardinals, they're gonna be without D Hop,
Mm,
DeAndre Hopkins. I know, Kyler Murray is wants to come out and prove he's worth the money that he got. They also just lost Christian Kirk. So I know they're going to probably rely, a lot on their defense, Buda Baker and that defense to kind
Yeah.
of hold back the Chiefs. But look, man, only thing the Chiefs lost was Tyreek Hill. And, we don't know how big of a loss that is until we see, the product. And at the end of the day, they got Travis Kelce, who's a mismatch. And, I like McCall Hardman, and they have, Juju is a pretty good addition as far as, of course, he's not a Tyreek Hill with the speed, but I think that, he's about to add more maturity to his game that he was lacking the last couple of years with Pittsburgh. So I'm looking to see how Juju, pans out over there. But yeah, I think the Bucs got too much, the Chiefs are, too polished of a team for the Cards in week 1.
Yeah, I'm with you all the way. Without D-Hop being out there, I know they got a few other playmakers. I'm not going to take it away, but without D-Hop, the main threat, it's going to be rough for Kyler out there. And then the Chiefs are well oiled. I mean, on my Smash and Dash podcast, I've been talking about Patty Mahomes going to be missing the cheetah, man. I truly believe that when you play with a guy like that, and he said it himself, I just throw it down there because I know the guy's down there somewhere. He's going to come up with a grab. I'm not saying Juju isn't that guy, because I mean I seen the record, or I seen some stats somewhere where Juju has like 298-yard touchdowns. He has like two of the longest touchdowns in football the last 5 years or something. So I mean, obviously, he can go the distance, but I mean, Tyreek is just hard to
replace. He's no cheater.
Yeah, it's hard to replace.
He's no cheater.
But we'll see, because again, you still got Patty Wagon, and without with Patty Mahomes, it's up there and it's stuck until he doesn't perform. So I'm with you. Over under 53.5. What you think?
I'll take the under. That's a lot of points. 53. That's 25-28. Hey, you know what? I'll take the over on that, because I know Kyler Murray, he's pretty exciting. Yeah. And, James Conner can still go, and they have a couple of other pieces that, like I say, you haven't seen in preseason, but they were here in Tennessee playing against the Titans. So I've got an idea of some of the things gadgets and players that should contribute to their offense. So we'll see.
Yeah, no, I mean the Arizona Cardinals, they definitely have an offense.
The Chiefs are going to score.
That's what you do know. So you got to keep up. Yeah. So I mean, Honey Badger being gone from that defense, I know he was a heart and soul of it. So I would like to see how the Chiefs react, because I mean everybody thinks that it's so easy to keep or stay at that pace that they've been at lately. They don't realize it takes so much more than just Mahomes to keep getting at it. Because we played, obviously. So, I mean, we'll move on. We got Packers versus one of my favorite quarterbacks, my cousin Kirk Cousins. They got the Packers at -1.5. Man, who you taking?
I'm taking the Vikings, man. Kirk Cousins. Look, he might be a second-tier quarterback. He's not a top-tier quarterback, but he knows how to play this game. There was a reason that he was drafted for, along with RG3, because somebody saw something in him, you know what I mean? And He's been in this league for a minute and been doing his thing. And then he has Justin Jefferson and Dalvin Cook, that two-headed monster. So right then and there, he has the weapons that he needs. And, I think they can win in a shootout or be in a shootout with anyone. And the Packers, Aaron Rodgers doesn't know who he's going to go to, but he's gonna go somewhere with it. So I think right now the Vikings are sitting in better shape with having everything assembled in a new head coach, a new team.
I'm with you. I definitely. I don't want to keep agreeing, but I mean, you just when football, football. Without Devontae saying, that's Devontae Adams, guys. Without him being out there, that's it's a bailout package. When you got a guy that you could just throw the ball up to and he's gonna make a play, it makes life a lot more easier. Aaron hasn't really had some of these other guys to throw it to, and even when he did have Devontae, he still struggles sometimes. So it's going to be interesting. And now my cousin, we got to see how my cousin Kirk play, because if he playing like he can play, I mean, Kirk is one of the, he's definitely up. He's not top 5. He's definitely top 10, and he makes a lot of plays. So we'll see. But Justin Jefferson, I can't wait to see what type of year he's going to have, because that boy he is an animal for sure.
Yeah.
They got the over under on this one at 47. What you think?
I'll take that. I think they're going to score a lot of points. Justin Jefferson is going to have a big day. Dalvin Cook is a beast when it comes to the fantasy. He's someone that he could take it the distance. Anytime he touches it, he's involved in the game, the pass game and the run game. So they're going to put up a lot of points. And I think the Vikings defense has an opportunity to be very opportunistic with the lack of knowledge and actual, knowledge at the wide receiver position for the Packers. So, bad routes and short routes and incomplete routes, some of those things that Aaron Rodgers was talking about in the preseason are definitely going to carry over to game one.
I mean, it's just natural. You can't fix it that quick. It's just that's what that's why you try to get those reps and OTAs. But those is usually you have players that's been there for years that come out there. When you got these young guys, it's just natural. When them lights come on, somebody gonna make a mistake, man. Assholes get tight, boy.
Yes, sir. Yes,
One of the games I'm probably looking forward to the most. I'm a terrific Tom fanatic. So they got the Bucs versus the Cowboys. And I remember this game last year. That was a shootout, man. They was scoring points left and right. But they got the Bucs right now at 2.5 or minus 2.5. Who you taking?
I like the Cowboys in this, man. I think that nah, man. The Cowboys, they always a team that every year since I was a kid, since the 90s, they've been a team that has something to prove. And I think that they have the weapons. But for whatever reason, they have the weapons. I like Mike McCarthy as a coach, but for whatever reason, they can't, they shoot themselves in the foot down the stretch. But they usually come out the gate all right. And I think that this is a great challenge for them. But like you said, Tom Brady, last survivor of class of 2000, he's always in the game. But, I guess I'm going against the grain and picking the Cowboys. And, this will be if the Cowboys don't win, this will be the only time I pick them this year. That means they're the same Cowboys. They are who we thought they were.
Listen,
Jerry Jones talking about 1 + 1 = 3. I don't know.
Hey, I'm with you. I love Jerry Jones, and I can't lie when I say this. I was a Cowboy fanatic, and from probably 90 to like 99. I was a Dallas Cowboy, mainly because Dion was there. But, I loved Emmitt Smith as a running back. But they haven't done anything since then. It's been 30-something years, and they haven't won. And every year, like clockwork, our guy Jerry come out there and, hey, it's our year. It's our year. And then, you look at it, you got a guy like McCarthy, like you said, he's a good coach, man. He just isn't the coach to kind of take over the hump. And it sucks because, especially when you're playing a guy like Tom Brady, that I feel like has guys' number. Once he knows like what you got going on, he's locked in, and he really doesn't, he doesn't lose once he knows that, once he got you in his sight. So I'm definitely going to take the Bucs in this one because I feel like this is going to be Tom's last year. I know he wants to ride off into a sunset, and he got some playmakers. Julio locked in. We got Mike Evans. You got Chris Godwin. You got playoff Lenny. There's some people down there ready to make some plays, man. So I'm
taking the over though. I'm gonna take the over, whatever.
Yeah, they got the over under right now is 50.5.
Yeah, I got the over for sure.
Yeah,
they're both gonna put up some points.
I'm taking that too. I know it's gonna be a shootout, and I love that type of. We love. Well, I know you might not like it as a defender, for sure. I know defense don't like that at all. But me as an offensive player, that's like usually one of the games you're gonna be on ESPN forever. So I like seeing them type of games, man.
As a defender, as long as I'm not in the highlights and my team win, I'm good.
Yeah, it don't matter. I'm with that, man. Well, I mean that kind of finishes up the NFL picks, man. That was pretty good shit. Let's switch gears a little bit, man, and get to probably the most exciting kind of football because we know that these kids is gonna score a lot of points, man. We got some college football, and probably the first and most important game I think this week to me would be the Alabama versus Texas. I'm a Sark guy. He coached me at USC. I love him. I ain't got nothing but love for Sark. But the point spread on this one is they got Bama by minus 20. It's -20 Bama. So, clearly somebody in Vegas knows something. If they got Bama beating these boys by 20 plus points, something's going on. Now, I love Sark. Like I said, he is one of my guys, but I'm gonna go with Bama on this one. I think Nick Saban's on a revenge tour. I think that because he lost last year with them with Georgia, I feel like he got something to prove. He just signed a contract to 2030. So you're gonna have to deal with this man for some a couple more years. But this is gonna be the start of probably one of the craziest legacy. Well, not the start. He's been doing it, but he's gonna. This is a revenge tour for him, and he's probably gonna win a natty by the end of this year. I have a strong feeling of that because he doesn't like to lose, man. Who you got?
Yeah, I got Bama. I think this is just Texas's introduction to the SEC. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They're gonna be playing these type of teams, this type of schedule. So I think this is for the Texas fan, for the Texas University of Texas fan. We got Alabama coming to Texas, coming to Austin. It's going to be a great day, but Bama, they're going to see where they need to get their program to. It's almost like a litmus test. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
So if Texas can keep it tight, man, good for them. But I feel like Bama will kind of, not as bad as Oregon did. Georgia did Oregon last week, but yeah, Bama's gonna put it on them for sure. I'll take the points on Bama. I'll take Bama.
Yeah. Okay, so they got Bama. They got the over under at 64 and a half.
Yeah, so Bama's gonna score. They got a returning Heisman trophy quarterback, and they always got speed. Yeah, Bama didn't really get to show their full arsenal last week, so I think against Texas, Saban will show out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, I'm with you. I promise you, I'm with you, OG. I think that Bama's gonna just whoop on some ass, man. It's just, like I said, Sark. I know if you listen, you're probably mad, and I know B. John Robinson. He might even ball out. He still can probably win the Heisman this year. I have a lot of faith in that kid. I met him earlier this summer. Huge ass kid. He's a monster, and he had a couple Lambos. I'm like, this is how they do it. He had 2 Lamborghini deals. This is amazing, man. But I just think that, yeah, like you said, Bama's just too much. So I'm taking the over too. I think they're going to score a lot of points in this game. It'll be fun. Now we get to Florida and Kentucky. Um, you got Florida minus 4.5. Um, who you taking? That's a tricky game right there too, though, OG, because Florida did show some good stuff last week, but you know, it's tricky.
think I think Florida wins this because this is like a SEC thing. Kentucky obviously is the higher ranked team, but I think the mystique and the name of Florida, the reputation of Florida, like you said, Florida played a great game last week. The quarterbacks, he makes plays there. They always have athletes. That's what you know about Florida, and they can squeak by. Are they as polished as Alabama, Georgia, some of the
Yeah,
other better teams? No, they're not. But I think Kentucky. We'll see if Stoops got them there. They had
yeah,
a good head coach,
yeah.
and they really can be for real. But right now, I believe uh, Florida is more for real than Kentucky, and that's just because I saw Florida play last week, and I haven't seen Kentucky yet.
Yeah, I like it too. But I
So,
mean, Utah's a very polished group, man. And what Florida was
yeah,
able to do to Utah, it made me kind of a believer. And Florida, if they can keep their athletes in state, it's kind of hard for them to kind of lose. Especially, I know Kentucky had a good run last year. And I know they're coming off one hell of a season. But man, when Florida's playing ball, it's going to be hard to beat Florida. I'm taking
yeah, for
Florida as
sure.
well. They got over and under at 51.5.
I'm taking the under. I'm taking the under. I don't know about Kentucky, but Florida, they're gonna do what they need to do to stay in the game. They're gonna play a football game. Kentucky, they're not a high scoring team, so it's gonna be a football game, maybe 24-27. And yeah, that
Yeah,
might get you over 50, but still, I'm gonna take the under.
I'm with you. I'm taking the under on that too. All right, next up, we got my favorite school. You know who I am. We got my USC Trojans versus the Stanford Tree Cardinal, whatever the hell their name is now. The point spread is USC at 9.5. Who
Oh
you
yeah,
taking?
I'm taking the Trojans. That's good money.
Oh yeah,
That's
see.
good money. You guys got athletes. That's one thing I do know. You guys have athletes, especially guys that can get it done on the outside. If the O line could protect, I think you can get up. I don't necessarily. Stanford is that Stanford ain't really been scoring points since they had Andrew Luck, and I don't even know how much they was putting up then. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Stanford's gonna play you tight to the vest and traditional, but USC trying to get back to
Yeah.
top five, top three, trying to be top dog. So I know they trying to show out every chance they get. So I'm taking SC.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm taking SC. Lincoln Riley, when he checked in, bringing Jordan Addison, Mario, Caleb. We got a guy named Austin Davis. He actually went to Stanford. He's playing against his team this year. He busted ass last week and did a great job. So I'm gonna take my USC Trojans. I know that's not probably
Got
people seen
to.
that coming, but yeah, I'm taking the Trojans, and I really think it's gonna be a little higher than 9. But hey, that's just
Yeah.
me. I think Jordan Addison's gonna have a big day, man. He's trying to repeat as the Bolitnikoff and try to get him another or a Heisman run as
Okay.
well.
Yeah,
So
that's the kid I was talking about on the outside. He's busy.
he's sweet, dude. He kind of like Reggie at receiver. So yeah, that's dope, man.
Yeah, he
They
be
got
giving him crazy work.
for real. Shout out Shady, crazy work. They got that over under at 67 and a half.
Sheesh.
Boy, it's gonna be scoring, ain't it? We scored 66 last week, though. We scored 66 alone last week. So, you know,
Man, hey, I guess that's why it's called gambling.
right.
I don't know, bro. That's a lot of
That's a
points.
lot of points. I'm
Who'd y'all
I'm a,
play last week?
we played Rice. It was 66-14.
I'm gonna take the under.
I'm
Nah, you
taking
know what? Yeah,
yeah.
nah, I'll take the over. I
Come on
take the
now,
over.
OG.
Yeah,
Yeah. We
yeah, I'll
about to
take the
be out there
over.
trying to fly around, man, and make some things happen. I'm
Yeah.
taking over too. Hey, USC, don't
All
let me
right.
down. Y'all need to score 60 yourself and let them do whatever they need to do. Yeah, and then we'll cover that. Yeah, so I'm going over.
Right.
All right, I don't know. We got Baylor versus BYU, man. BYU minus 3.5. BYU lately has had a really great team. That I don't know who their coach is. Forgive me, but I do know that lately they've been playing really good ball. So BYU 3.5. I don't know. I think maybe the speed of Baylor could probably prevail, just because I know the boys always got some type of receivers out there doing something. But I don't know if they got BYU minus 3.5. Like I said, man, Vegas and these people that come up with these numbers usually know something. So I'm gonna take BYU. I'll take BYU 3.5.
I'm gonna take Baylor just because I ain't messing with BYU. I'm just taking Baylor. That's all.
I respect it. They got the over under on that one at 30 or 53.5. What you taking?
um, Nah, BYU, I'll take the over. I think BYU could ball. Those dudes at Provo, like you say, look, Vegas ain't gonna put nothing on the Provo if they don't know something.
Right,
You know
they
what I'm
do know
saying?
something.
So I like the over on that because regardless, these teams are scoring. You're not seeing many low scoring games
Yeah,
anywhere. So if it's over 50, I like it.
for sure. All right, last but not least, we got Tennessee versus Pitt. Um, Tennessee and Pitt, they looked very good last week, man. I can't lie. I think last year Kenny Pickett ran all over those boys and he did a great job. So I think Tennessee might be on a little revenge themselves, but they got Tennessee at minus 6.5. So I kind of tend to. I'm gonna go with Tennessee on that one as well, just because I like Keaton Slovis. I know he's the quarterback down there at Pitt. He actually was an old Trojan. Shout out to him. I hope he has a wonderful game. But I just think when Tennessee, like you said, it's the SEC. When them boys is balling and the way they play football down there, I think that being upset the way they were last year, the way Kenny Pickett, I said, came in there and took care of them boys last year, I think they're gonna come back and want to bounce back and whip some ass, man. So I'm gonna take Tennessee for sure.
Yeah, Tennessee looked good the other night, and their quarterback, I just can't think of his name right now at Tennessee. He's very accurate. He's slinging the ball all over the place. He came in last year, did a great job,
Yeah,
and they believe. They believe. Josh Heupel, the head coach, has those boys going. I think they're ranked for the first time in like 5 years, and Pitt played a very physical game last week. They got a win, but I think Tennessee is going to put up points. They got this spread out offense that was able to, get the ball to a lot of different receivers, and then they hit you with the run. So it's going to be a challenge for Tennessee. But I'm taking, being here in Nashville, 3 hours away from Knoxville. I'm in the heart of SEC country and UT country, UT Knoxville country. So I'm going to go with the Vols.
I'm going with them too, man. Hey, man, this is your first week of Love It or Hate It with LenDale White. Man, appreciate my host and my OG Bull. Thanks for coming on, man. I truly appreciate you. I know you're busy, man, so thanks for coming on with me, man.
Nah, man, shoot, this the first show. Okay, that's what's up, man. I hope it's a great one. I wish you the best of the season with your Smash and Dash podcast, as well as the show that you're doing right now, too. Word.
I appreciate it, bro. Love, man.
You know it.
Yes, sir.